Hello everybody, your old pal and underscore 17 is back and bringing you the hottest takes on 2024's gaming scene. We've got towering mechs, interdimensional squirrels, cooking simulators gone wrong, you name it. 2024 probably had it in some form. This year was a wild ride, and I'm going to separate the digital wheat from the chaff, the masterpieces from the messes. We're talking blood, sweat, and maybe even some tears, mostly from that one jump scare. You know the one I'm talking about. So strap yourselves in, grab your energy drinks, and get ready for the definitive ranking of 2024's gaming titans. Kicking things off at number 10, we've got Space Chef Gourmet Galaxy. Now I know what you're thinking. Cooking simulator in space sounds like a recipe for disaster, right? Well, it kinda is, but not necessarily in a bad way. The premise is out there. You're a lone chef trying to win a galactic cooking competition, judged by a panel of very opinionated aliens. The mechanics are a little clunky. The graphics are stuck in the early 2000s, and don't even get me started on the voice acting. But there's a bizarre charm to it. Maybe it's the sheer absurdity of serving a gelatinous blob a perfectly seared steak, or the way your robot assistant keeps setting the kitchen on fire. It's a buggy, janky mess, but it's the kind of mess you can't help but laugh at. It's like that one friend who tells terrible jokes, but you love them anyway. If you're looking for a polished Michelin star experience, steer clear. But if you want a good chuckle and don't mind a little chaos in your kitchen, Space Chef might just surprise you. Coming in at number 9, we have Royale Super Turf War. This one promised a high-octane, adrenaline-fueled battle royale experience with a cartoony twist. On paper, it had all the right ingredients: wacky weapons, colourful characters, and a map that looked like it was ripped straight out of a Saturday morning cartoon. But the execution, well, it's like they put a bunch of 5-year-olds in charge of game design. The controls are stiff, the hit detection is wonky, and the matchmaking feels like it's being run by a hamster on a wheel. You spend more time fighting the game itself than you do fighting other players. It's a shame, really, because there's a glimmer of potential buried beneath all the bugs and glitches. Maybe with a few patches and some serious optimization, Royale could live up to its name. But until then, it's best to leave this one on the sidelines. At number 8, we have Echoes of the Past, Shadows of Avalon, an action RPG that promised a sweeping epic with a rich story and compelling characters. And while it delivers on those promises, it does so in the most generic, by-the-numbers way possible. The story follows a chosen one destined to save the kingdom of Avalon from a mysterious evil. You'll explore lush forests, traverse treacherous mountains, and delve into dark dungeons, all while battling monsters and collecting loot. It's all very familiar. You've seen it all before in countless other RPGs, and Echoes of the Past doesn't do anything to set itself apart. The combat is serviceable, the story is predictable, and the characters are about as interesting as a piece of toast. It's not a bad game by any means, just forgettable. You'll probably forget you even played it a week later. Slipping into the 7th spot is Neon Knight's Cyberpunk Symphony, a game that's a feast for the eyes but leaves you feeling a little empty inside. Visually, it's stunning. The cyberpunk cityscape is breathtaking, the character designs are sleek and stylish, and the neon lights practically pop off the screen. It's like playing through a concept art book, and the soundtrack is equally impressive. A pulsating mix of electronic beats and synthwave melodies that perfectly captures the game's cyberpunk vibe. But under all that glitz and glamour lies a disappointingly shallow experience. The story is paper-thin, the characters are one-dimensional, and the gameplay is repetitive and uninspired. It's a shame, really, because Neon Knights had the potential to be something truly special. It's a game that's more concerned with looking cool than actually being cool. Taking the 6th spot, we have Soul Calibur 7, Echoes of Destiny. The legendary weapon-based fighting game returns, bringing its signature blend of fast-paced combat and over-the-top characters to the next level. The graphics have received a significant upgrade, with character models and stages looking more detailed and vibrant than ever before. The combat, however, remains as tight and satisfying as ever. Soul Calibur 7th introduces a few new mechanics, including a new Echo Burst system that adds another layer of depth to the already complex combat. It's not a complete reinvention of the franchise, but it doesn't need to be. Soul Calibur the 7 is a solid entry in the series that will please longtime fans and newcomers alike. It falters slightly in its lack of a strong single-player mode, which previous entries were known for, but its online multiplayer more than makes up for this shortcoming. Coming in hot at number 5 is Project Chimera Evolution, an indie darling that took the gaming world by storm. Developed by a small team of passionate developers, Project Chimera is a testament to what can be achieved with creativity and a whole lot of heart. The game is a unique blend of genres, combining elements of platforming, puzzle solving, and survival horror into a cohesive and compelling whole. You play as a scientist trapped in a secret laboratory overrun by genetically modified creatures. The game's atmosphere is thick with tension and dread, and the creature designs are both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Critics praise Project Chimera for its innovative gameplay, atmospheric setting, and thought-provoking story. It's a game that will stay with you long after you've put down the controller. Landing gracefully at number 4 is Symphony of the Stars, an emotionally resonant space exploration game that captured the hearts of players worldwide. The game puts you in the role of an astronaut tasked with charting a path through a vast and uncharted galaxy. But Symphony of the Stars is more than just a space exploration game. It's a story about loss, hope, and the search for meaning in a vast and indifferent universe. The game's soundtrack, composed by the renowned, is nothing short of breathtaking. Each track perfectly complements the game's atmosphere. From the soaring melodies that accompany your exploration of the cosmos, to the haunting piano pieces that underscore the game's more poignant moments. Symphony of the Stars garnered numerous awards and accolades, including Best Original Score and Most Impactful Game. Swinging into third place is none other than Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories, the latest installment in the beloved franchise that combines Disney magic with Square Enix's signature action RPG gameplay. This time around, however, Square Enix has teamed up with the legendary rhythm game developers at Indie Zero, creators of the Theatrhythm series, to deliver a truly unique and unforgettable experience. Melody of Memories takes the series in a bold new direction, transforming its iconic combat into a rhythm-based extravaganza. Players tap, hold, and slide their way through hundreds of beloved Disney and Final Fantasy musical tracks, battling Heartless and reliving cherished memories along the way. While some hardcore fans were apprehensive about the genre shift, Melody of Memories proved to be a critical and commercial success, earning praise for its addictive gameplay, stunning visuals, and heartwarming story. In a shocking twist, our runner-up for Game of the Year is none other than Call of Duty Biohazard. I know, you're probably as surprised as I am. Call of Duty, really, but hear me out on this one. Biohazard takes the franchise in a bold new direction, ditching the modern military setting for a post-apocalyptic world overrun by, you guessed it, zombies! But this isn't your typical zombie shooter. Biohazard doubles down on the survival horror aspects. With limited ammo, terrifying enemy designs, and an emphasis on resource management, the result is a tense, terrifying, and surprisingly refreshing take on both the Call of Duty formula and the zombie genre as a whole. Biohazard is a testament to the fact that even the most established franchises can still surprise us, and that sometimes all it takes is a little change of scenery to breathe new life into a series. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the game that claims the coveted title of an _17's Game of the Year 2024 is Chrono Trigger, Tides of Time. The rumors were true, the legends spoke the truth. After years of speculation, Square Enix has finally answered our prayers and delivered a true sequel to one of the greatest JRPGs of all time. Tides of Time picks up where Chrono Trigger left off, reuniting players with Chrono, Mal, Luca, and the rest of the gang for a brand new adventure across time and space. The game retains the charm, wit, and emotional depth of the original while introducing stunning new visuals, a captivating story, and an unforgettable cast of new characters. Chrono Trigger Tides of Time is more than just a game. It's a love letter to the fans, A nostalgic journey back to a time when games were about more than just graphics and gameplay, but about heart, soul, and the power of storytelling. And there you have it, the top 10 games of 2024. It was a wild year filled with surprises, disappointments, and everything in between. But one thing's for sure, the future of gaming is bright. What does 2025 have in store for us? Giant enemy crabs, virtual reality dating simulators, only time will tell. But for now, I'm going to go catch up on some sleep, maybe finally finish that playthrough of Space Chef Gourmet Galaxy. Seriously, that game is weirder than a box of frogs in a snowstorm. As always, thanks for watching, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.